Hello everyone, my name is Murloq and this is Raid Shadow Legends. Guys, this is not a shard pulling video, this is a promised video. First, I would like to start with an apology. I planned to release this video and upload this video during the weekend. Unfortunately, I recorded it during the weekend and before I uploaded I noticed something went wrong and the footage was compromised, if I can say that. So it was a quite bad. So I tried to re-record straight away, but I noticed I ran out of keys. This content would be about Doom Tower, and you know there is a fixed number of keys you're getting every day, and they run out for that day. So I tried to record the next day, and life came across again, like usually. I'm looking for a job, and I got invitation for an interview, so I need to prepare myself and I didn't have the time, so I'm finishing now the video. Before you get into deeper specifics what was the video about, I want to say like you might not gonna see here significant, like I don't know, like oh my god I didn't know this kind of thing, but it would be a little bit like I show my team what I use for the Doom Tower. It's specifically it would be Agreth the second boss, a normal free to play. I don't want to involve yet into a hard content and still gearing myself up. And there is a lot of people who in the same issue, they have certain champions, they maybe even be able to farm some of them, and they really want to basically compete in the Doom Tower, complete some stages, get some fragments, some rewards. But since the second tweak, so-called tweak, Agreth became quite hard, and there's multiple ways you can beat, but I show mine, and it's basically cleanse of the poisons and beat the spider. Okay, so quickly into it, I show my team, which I would like promote. So basically, this is very, very, very free-to-play friendly. My team is this one. Now you will say like, okay, how is that free to play friendly? There's a Seal of the Drakes, there's a Legendary, there's an Epics. First of all, Seal is a free to play champion. Basically, you will everyone gets her after 180 days. So you play enough, you will have her, and you don't necessarily need her, but it's just in it because she has quite skills to bring into this team. I have a Doom Priest and I have a Steel Skull. This is random. You can pull them from shards, but if you don't have, you don't have to have them. The main ingredients, I beat the spider with Armiger, which is an uncommon champion. You can buy fragments from the market. You can pull from mystery shards. Easy to book his skill out. There's no excuse, you can't get him. Obviously, it's a little bit like luck dependent how many copies you get, but you open enough shards, you check very often your market, you will have him, definitely. The second is a Spirit Host. She's a farmable champion, and what I try to say, you run that certain stages or maps on a campaign, and you will have enough copies to book her out. So again, you don't need to spend rare books, and I'm not suggest to spend on her. It's rather just farm her out. If you're not running anywhere, you will have time. And the good thing, you can farm two copies, or even maybe three, but 2 copies definitely. She has AOE cleanse. Also, I use Steel Skull and I use Doom Priest because I had them leveled up and they kinda could help. They're not 100% solutions. What else champions you can use? You can use. Okay, I show you. So basically, the best of this spot, and I'm talking about like champions you can easier to get, right? So I'm not gonna bring in like, oh, okay, this gonna cleanse and he's legendary, whatever. You won't have that much chance to pull. If you're lucky, you have him. If you're not, not. Reliquity Tender, she's rare and she's void, so she's a little bit harder to get because usually harder to get the void shards themselves. She is OP in that position. She has obviously you have to book her out because that's the way she works best. Why she's good? She has an A1, which is absolutely irrelevant for us. She unfortunately has a lots of books on her A1, so you most likely have to spend a lots of rares. If you're lucky, then no. This is the skill Tender Swatch you want to book out completely, so make it for free turn, a cooldown after use, and it's basically this is a full cleanse for every single person and some heal as a continuous heal, a big one. And she has like an extra skill. You can book her out this skill as well called life. It's a revive, so she can revive one champion for you. That's amazing. Her basic skills good. So if you have her, use one spirit host or one additional cleanser, maybe one healer. The other guy I want to talk about, I have him, but I didn't book him out and I don't have him geared. Uh, it's a Mausoleum Mage. Mausoleum Mage, it'll bring you some decreased speed, which is absolutely cool thing against Agreth. Because Agreth, if you try to decrease his turn meter, he'll attack back, so he'll like counterattack you. I think if you put decreased speed on him, then he won't, because this is not like a straight turn meter. It just makes him slower to feel that. And it will like 50% if you book him out. This is quite cool from a champ like Mausoleum Mage. He has some increased crit rate, increased defense for 2 turns on a 3 turn cooldown, which is cool because if you run him, you might don't have 100% crit rate in your team because he will put on you anyway this buff. He has block debuffs for 1 turn. Unfortunately, against Agreth, it's not working because the poisons, they are irresistible. So it doesn't matter you have block debuffs or not, it's gonna land on you anyway. And this is the third skill I'm talking, which is a cleanse ability. Cleanse skill. Remove all debuffs from all allies, heal them by 10% of these champions max HP. So you build him with a decent high HP, he would have a really nice decent heal for everyone and remove all the debuffs. And why is better than Spirit Host if you have him, because if you book him out it would be on 4 turn cooldown, so he can use this cleanse a little bit more often than a Spirit Host. And further, if he removes debuffs, and he would because he removes poison, and most likely more than one, then he would like heal further 10% and feels 15% turn meter, so it makes your team going a little bit faster. So he's another good candidate. And beyond that, there is a single cleanses. It's up to you, if you can fit somebody in who is do additional cleanses, then it's okay. I don't have really a crazy gear. I show it at the end of the video. I just quickly start because I don't want to make it very long. And another thing, I had a level 50 army gear. So this is Agreth. Oh, one more thing. You might know, you might don't. If you go here and you don't know what the boss is actually doing, in the Doom Tower, in the top left corner, there is a information tab. Basically, this is icon. You click on it, and it brings in the mechanics, how it works, the Doom Tower. And the bottom of this information page, you can find another spider. You just open and you see the skills. So with the second tweak, Agreth got some disgusting things. First of all, you cannot. Turn meter control doesn't work really 100% against him. It's just, I think, the half of the value. You cannot damage with the max HP like before. It could be only just 10%, I think, for at once. He's immune on everything, and every single turn he gets turn, he would counterattack. No, sorry, like spitting on you poison. And it would counterattack you if you decrease his turn meter. I would decrease turn meter, but I can take that hit, and it's really going 100% defense, and the damage depends on how much turn meter he lost. So basically, he's kind of ugly creature here. So quickly, this is my team. Like I said, I will show you the rest of the champions I used for this run. I hope it's gonna be successful. I ran quite lots of times, and I always beat the spider. Hopefully this is not the one, which is not happening, because that would be a boomer. But basically this is what you see. So Seal is there for pick up people. She has a kind of decent good gear. um, yeah, but I played around like 8 months maybe, and I found, and the best gear I gave to Seal. She has a stun set on her, and she's has a defensive build. My army gear has a good gear, I would say, kind of okay gear, not very good. It's okay gear. I started. He has a destroy set on him because his mainly was built for Morgoth the Scarab King, but I realized why not to use here, if because I don't really have like really hard hitter champs. And one thing you want to know, you don't want to bring against Agreth champions which hits randomly, because you trigger the spiderlings counter attack, and whenever they counter attack, here we go, poisons, lots of poison on you. So they will counterattack you, the spiderlings, if you attack them, and the spider will attack you as well, as I know. So there's a lot of damage you could get damaging the spiderlings. If you can nuke them down with one hit, that could be a solution for you, but basically you just try to hit the spider. Unfortunately, I have two turn meter controller here. Armiger on his A1 is turn meter control, so he will have a trigger like a counterattack from the spider, and Seal as well on A1. As you see, Seal doesn't really use Core A2 ability, which is an AoE. That's a good thing. So if you've been worried like she has, she would use it. No, against the spider she won't. And as you see, see, even if you have block debuffs, you're still getting this poison stacks is irresistible, and it's just going slowly, steadily down. You might will see a situation when you're getting too much poisons and people going down. Most of the time, Seal picks up them, and they just start running. And because I have basically one all ally cleanser, one like a single target cleanser, and one like all alive but just one random debuffs. It's kind of a little bit like lucky uh, if nobody dies thing, but so far it was 100%. And yeah, and why I'm showing this team, because I watched a lots of compositions, and I watched like bigger content creators, and I realized it might not gonna work for me because of two reasons. If somebody has a stacked account, they usually do a lot of PvP, and they stats higher because of the Great Hole and the standing in the PvP, so the classic arena. So they don't have that crazy gear, and it's kind of like you're free to play and you don't have that high stats, and you come in and you're just dying, and still like, oh, it's just a gear problem. Yes, the gear is matters. And as you see, 3 minutes, it's done, boom. And basically this time nobody died. I had some runs when, I don't know, Armiger went down, Steel School went down, and still is standing, and she was picking up like Steel School started to heal, and they just picked up the whole team and kept going. So this is free to play. You can replace, like I said, Doom Priest, another Spirit Host, or maybe, sorry about that. So maybe Mausoleum Mage and one extra healer instead of Steel School, somebody like a Gear Grinder. Okay, it's not gonna cleanse, but it's gonna give you a lots of regeneration, a lots of heal. Rask may be good idea here. If you use a Mausoleum Mage, anyway, will help here. So there's a lots of champions you can use, but Spirit Host, if you're nothing else, you can use it. Spirit Host is good. And quickly the gear. Before the gear, so my Great Hole looks like this. It's not that crazy. Some of the most important things I already leveled, but I would suggest like go for accuracy first, and then survivability, defense, or HP, and damage as well, if you can afford. The attack, it's very dependent. If you have a lot of attack champion and you need, then obviously on that affinity, just boost it up, and resist. Recently, if you do Doom Tower, it's sometimes important, so you can boost up that. But it's up to you how much you're playing with the Classic Arena. Most of the content creators, they have almost maxed out, so 80 accuracy, 80 resist, I don't know, 25% crit damage, 20% uh, defense, and this all affects you. And beyond that, they many times I don't know, gold 4, which is another 20% to HP and defense. So basically, if you add max defense and max defense from the arena, it would be extra 40% defense to your stats. That's a huge thing. Okay, so my champions quickly. I have Seal. She has a stun set on her and an accuracy set. She doesn't have really crazy things on her, I believe. Uh, I don't even have like, I don't know, epic or legendary gear pieces. I have a 4-star ring. Definitely, uh, by time you would replace. See, defense, defense, defense. Speed on her boots. I don't have a defense chest piece, and I didn't play around with the accuracy gear. She has like kind of good roll, very good roll actually, double roll, triple roll speed. So yes, these are my better pieces. Okay, but she's replaceable for someone who can like heal or do like AoE heal, and maybe like just replace her for, I don't know, gear grinder. In this position it would be all right. It's like a little bit like struggling through the waves, but they're not that hard, and he would provide like heal, revive, and if you put him in regeneration gear, he would even stay alive. Okay, so that's Seal. Her masteries is not so many. As you see, it's not crazy masteries. That's all I have. Army Gear, my damage dealer. Again, masteries, nothing, basically. He has only 2 skills, and you can max out easily. And Destroy Gear for Borgot. Not that crazy gear. Not that crazy, absolutely. So speed boots, his speed still not that high. Defense chest, crit rate. The glows is okay. I mean, are okay, like 6%. So it helps me to max out his crit rate. And basically, you need that crit rate because the only way it decreases turn meter if his attack critical on A1. So you want 100% crit rate, but if you don't want to trigger the spider's counterattack in this case, and you're specifically building against this spider, then you just leave his accuracy down. Crit rate down and a little bit, and it's not gonna attack. But obviously, it affects your max HP. I think this could be great as well. The max HP based damage. The rest of them is like just again pieces. Defense, 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 and accuracy. Accuracy is here because of the speed roll. It doesn't have that high accuracy, but if I would build like in the Great Hole a little bit more, put on more on the accuracy, it would be actually at the point I want to be. So this is Armiger. I was running Doom Priest. Doom Priest, she has a lots of masteries. She was a part of my mastery team in the beginning. I wanted 5 people to get all their mastery scrolls, and after that I can randomly replace one of them and specifically farming for one champion. Unfortunately, I didn't finish that job yet, but she has. So skill-wise, she almost booked. She doesn't have everything booked out, and she has a passive heal. That's why he's in the team, and she removes one random debuffs. But she's not necessary. Instead of her, you can use, like I said, a Spirit Host. You will be just fine. Her gear, again, like crit rate gear. I don't even know why I put crit rate gear. She doesn't even have like 61, so with the crit rate gear. So she could be tweaked. Like, I don't know, put her in relentless gear, so she getting extra turns. She can, I don't know, coming more often and taking getting you more heal and more cleanse. So that's a solution. I don't really play with her. I just put in the team because I had her. Steel School. Steel School again randomly. You don't have him again. You don't have to have him. Reliquity Tender, Mausoleum Mage, Spirit Host again, or a healer. He's a relentless gear and he has a single target cleanse and heal. He has some poison to land on AA1 and he has protection to put on everyone and also heal again all allies. So basically he has kind of a healer role in here and with a single target cleanse. That's it. And now let's see the star Spirit Host. Yeah, that's all her. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show. So Master is on Steel School. First two, nothing special, absolutely not much. So basically, if you get Masters on them, it would be even make the runs easier because they would use their Masters. Spirit Host doesn't have a. I think I have her since the beginning of the game. I started to play. I used her for kind of composition against the spider, but I stopped to use her and she was in my vault. I take out. I didn't put anything on her, so she maxed out in skill, and I didn't even change her gear. Look at that gear. 3-star glows with a flat defense. 4-star speed chest piece with a flat defense. Common boots and stuff like this. So basically, you replace some of these parts with I don't know. I have some gear. Just didn't really look into it. So like, just look at that. Like shield, boom, put in that. Crit rate, HP, resist, accuracy. You don't need, I think, accuracy anyway. So maybe put a less decent. Okay, that's an accuracy one as well. Just choose a crit rate, HP, boom, improvement, boom. Crit damage. Whoever she doesn't have high crit rate, but crit damage doesn't matter. Speed, crit rate, HP, boom, like stat increase. Don't know. HP chest, boom. Attack, crit rate, HP. So something like that. Even the ring, just put like the first ring. HP, attack, HP, boom, perfect. Just roll it up, and she would rock. So basically, what I tried to say, she has an absolutely crappy gear on her, and she still did the job. So that's what you need. Yeah, and obviously Mausoleum Mage already showcased, but it's not really, like you see, he's lacking the gear. It's just 4-star. Eventually, I would gear him up and I would run different compositions, and then I would make like different teams running quickly through the bosses. And this team could work in a high level. You just need a little bit more stats and gear. So guys, this is it. This is what I tried to show you. I hope I helped some of you. If not, like, I hope it was at least interesting from my view. And I'm absolutely 100% free to play, so I don't spend at all. And I can imagine maybe it gave you some idea who you can use against the spider. Obviously, if you have some single target, huge damage dealers, you can put instead of Armiger as well. Thank you for attention. Stay tuned. I probably would do one video about Borgot, the Scarab King, as well. It's not 100% tweaked yet, but it would be similar like this. But the champions you could get easier and use them against him. Once again, thank you. I've been Murloq, and this was Raid Shadow Legends.